Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel, Bringer of Light Intuitive. I'm Cindy. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Welcome in or welcome back, depending on if you are new. And if you are, please say hi in the comments so that I can meet you and welcome you to my amazing community here on YouTube. It is the best as far as I'm concerned. All right, you guys, I am answering your questions today. Last week, I posted a reading that asked for you to comment and let me know your questions. And I told you this week I will be answering them on the readings that I do this week. So if you commented on that particular reading, not the other ones, but that one, I am answering your question. All right. I have your questions here in front of me. The one, A. Mozzie, who asked, will I be with the man that is on my mind, who I have a beautiful connection with, or do I need to move on? What do you need to know about that? A. Mozzie. All right, Spirit, you know the answer to this question. Will A. Mozzie be with the man that is on their mind? Or do they need to move on? Okay, A. Mozzie. Interesting. I have my Queen of Swords here. As you know, she's my boundary queen. I have a Devil here. And I feel like the person on your mind, I do feel like I see the incredible connection. I feel like this person is at a distance from you. I do feel like this could be your person. I have the Hierophant here, and I have the Eight of Wands and the Page of Cups, as well as the Three of Cups. So I do feel like there's a reunion here. I do feel like this is a past life love with this reunion card. I feel like you are going to come back together. I feel like this is divine partnership. This is divine marriage. I feel a marriage here, or, you know, the highest level of connection that you want, because we're all different. Maybe you don't want marriage, but I feel like commitment. I feel like, you know, my God card saying, yes, this is a sacred soul union here. And I feel like you will be coming back together in this life to live in a commitment. So to answer your question, I do feel like, yes, I do feel like there may be distance here between the two of you, locationally distant or emotionally distant, or some sort of distance right now, or maybe separation, but you're feeling each other, and you're feeling each other on a 5D basis. It's like you feel each other. You're thinking about each other. You're feeling each other. There are feelings on both sides. And I feel like the communication is going to start again if it hasn't already. But I also feel like you're being guided to take them off the pedestal. With the Devil card here, there's an unhealthy attachment. So, you know, sometimes in these divine unions, we need to learn how to get the other person off the pedestal. They're going through whatever they're going through to learn what they need to learn right now. And you're over here, like, putting this person on the pedestal. So you're probably always thinking about them. You're probably always wondering what they're doing, when this is going to unfold. You're feeling that deep connection. And sometimes that deep connection that we feel, like, runs the show, you know, and it's a little out of control sometimes. And you're being guided to take all of that energy off of him and put it on you with that Queen of Swords there. You know, you're learning how to prioritize you. You're learning how to put yourself on the pedestal. And as I always say, see yourself as that star And because in past relationships, it was maybe codependent, it was the other way around. And it feels like, you're being guided to, or you're going through a process right now of having victory over that old cycle of codependency or whatever it was. So you do have the victory here. And it's like, this has to happen first. I'm sorry. This has to happen first. So if there's something that you're feeling this connection, maybe it's in separation. PS, by the way, it's 3:33 on my clock, I just noticed. Right next to it says June 11th. So it's like 11-333. This is so much divine alignment, and so I feel you here, because I know what this feels like. And I know it's like both sides feel this, but it's also, you each are meant to crack open that wound. There's a wound in both of you that you crack open for him, he cracks open for you. And it's like, that needs to be the thing that we heal before we come together. This is the thing we focus on before we come together. This is the thing that we get victory over before we come together in divine union with that Hierophant. I'm telling you, you're feeling right. And so, but what I was saying is, sometimes we have this intense, psychic connection, and this deep feeling, this deep knowing, especially if this is like a past life love, maybe you feel that way. And when the connection is on, or when the communication is on, it is on, right? And then you may fall into codependency every time. This may be like a push-pull or an on-off sort of situation. And every time you come together and it's on, or you start talking again and it's on, or you're feeling that intense attraction for each other, and then maybe it backs off, or it slows down, or it's inconsistent, or it's confusing. It's because you have a tendency to put the other person, or love in general, on a pedestal, and you're being guided to focus on you, your independence right now, your healing right now, your boundaries, seeing yourself as this queen energy, seeing yourself as the star, seeing yourself as, this person needs me more than I need them. And in the past, you needed them more than they needed you. Or that's the energy that you're giving off. And in the past, in relationships in the past, you pedestalized, it feels like, you pedestalized love. I need them more than they need me. Or maybe I am, a chaser, or was a chaser in the past. And now you're being guided to be the attractor. I do not chase, I attract. So what's happening here is, yes, you got a little bit extra in your reading. The answer is yes. There is a reconnection, and there is definitely a divine unfolding here. But we got to take our focus off of that. And we got to take them off the pedestal. And we got to feed our soul and our self-concept and our value. And get to the goal. The goal is, they need me more than I need them. And mean it. And then before you know it, it's going to surprise you how it comes together. And what happens after that. It's going to be surprising too. And it's going to be on a whole new level, because I'm telling you, when God's involved. So, you ain't seen nothing yet, my friend. I hope this helped. Okay, next question on my list. I don't know how to say your name, but I am going to tag you down below. But you asked the question, will I ever meet and be with the kind of person that I want? What do you need to know about that? Will you ever meet and be with the kind of person that you want? If you've been following me for very long, you already know what I'm going to say. What's in your heart is your destiny. So I want you to close your eyes right now, my friend, whatever your name is. I want you to close your eyes right now, and I want you to ask your heart, what is it that I want? What kind of person do I want? How do they treat me? How do I feel? How do they talk to me? What is the communication like? What are their values and their morals and their standards? What are their goals for connection, relationship? Do you want marriage? You want to get really clear about what it is that you want. Let your heart tell you what it is that you want, and it probably already has. And if you have a list, even better. So I want you to really sit with that and let your heart tell you what a perfect relationship feels like. How do you feel? You feel secure, you feel safe, you feel chosen, you feel valued, you feel prioritized, you feel loved, you feel happy, you feel like they're on the same page. You know, what do you mean when you say the kind of person that you want? Now, when you establish what that looks like or feels like, then realize that what your heart is holding in regards to love, there is a future version of you that isn't telepathically, intuitively sending you the message that that is your destiny. So the answer is yes. But then the next question is, do you believe it? So get clear about what you want. Know the answer is yes. And then start planting seeds in your heart, that's in your brain, to get your belief on board with what I want wants me. And it's inevitable for me because it's my destiny. I don't chase, I attract. What belongs to me simply finds me. And guess what came out for you? The 10 of Pentacles. So do you know what this means? And the Ace of Swords. This means that the very vision that your heart just decided while we were talking is exactly what is destined for you. This is the vision board card. This is the end result card. This is the outcome that we're asking for card. This is the one, this is long-term soulmate love. So if you're looking for long-term, if you're looking for marriage, if you're looking for commitment, that if you're looking to build a life with somebody, yes. And the Ace of Swords suggests that you're going to meet this person very, very soon. Get clear about what you want, because it's been on its way for you for a while, and you're about to meet them. There you go. Next on my list is Carrie, and you've been wanting to know if you will get a new apartment. You've been trying to find out if you're going to get your apartment, and it is a new apartment. Is Carrie going to get her apartment? Let's pull out the pendulum and let's see. Will Carrie get her apartment that is on her mind? Will Carrie get her apartment that is on her mind? Will Carrie get her apartment that is on her mind? My pendulums move tiny and it's saying yes. So let's see what cards want to support that. What do you need to know about getting that apartment on your mind? Oh, okay. The big fat yes. Will you get your apartment, Carrie? The big fat yes says yes. We also have the Emperor here, and the Offer, and the Magician. Oh my gosh. You're going to feel so good in this new apartment. You're going to stay there for a while. I feel like maybe you want this apartment for like a long-term lease right here. But the Magician says it's the number one. It's also communication. So you're going to get a phone call with the Offer that says, you know, you want to come sign the lease. you're getting the apartment. It's exactly what you've manifested. It kind of feels like it might be a little bit bigger or something with this energy. So it kind of feels like, and what was it? Yeah, the sun. It may be better. It may be actually better than what you're thinking, Carrie, because, you know, like maybe when you get the phone call, they're going to say, well, you know, that unit or that size or something was taken, but we have this one and we want this one to be yours, and it's going to end up being bigger or better for maybe less money or something. Because it feels like it's something bigger than what you're thinking. It feels like there's an expansion energy here. There's an abundance energy here. There's this, the sun is the energy of, you know, happiness. And also how this unfolds is better than you think. And you've got the Emperor here. I mean, there's stability here. There's you laying a new foundation. There's you feeling very stable. There's you feeling very confident and on top of the world again. You're getting exactly what you want, what you've asked for. You'll be able to trust yourself. You'll be able to trust again. Maybe this makes you feel so confident because maybe you've been doubting yourself. But there's something too here that says that there may be a better unit or something that you're going to be offered. So see how that unfolds, but the answer is definitely yes. Okay, next up, bright night Binion. Is the world ready for the night? I love your confidence. I won't be surprised if the Emperor shows up. We've got Justice and we've got the Three of Pentacles. Balance, my friend. But you know what? There's something there about collaboration. Maybe you are signing some sort of contract, a legal contract, or going through a legal situation. Maybe you've got Seven of Pentacles. You've got maybe there's some sort of contract. I don't know what that means, maybe for work or, you know, career, or maybe you're an artist. Knight of Swords. What do you need to know about the world being ready for you? The Page of Wands. I love the Page of Wands. It's probably one of my favorite cards. The Knight of Swords, the King of Pentacles. You're meant to grow something. You're meant to grow something really big. And right now you could be in a period of growth in a company or a business or, you know, something like that. But it also feels like you might be in maybe a waiting zone where you're kind of building your own value, so that maybe you're asking your own self, is the world ready for me? Am I ready for me? Because you might be inspired, and you might be inspired in all kinds of directions. It's actually like this on my desk. Like, you may be inspired to go in different directions. You may be gifted in different things, and you may be wondering, there may be something in you that is maybe healing right now. You may be building your sense of value and confidence in yourself and moving forward, and maybe choosing one thing to move forward in. Follow what lights you up. Follow what feels intuitive and inspirational. I feel like telling you to focus on one thing. Maybe you have more than one thing that you're focused on, and they're telling you to focus down on one thing, like you know, something you feel inspired by, for sure. You feel a passion. I feel like saying you're just getting started. But when you focus down on that one thing that lights you up more than anything else, I feel like something breaks, and I feel like things move very, very quickly, you know, on your path. And I feel like it doesn't matter if the world is ready for you or not. Are you ready for you? Are you ready to step into a bigger version of you? Are you ready to break free from wherever you've been and things move fast? Are you ready to, be seen? Are you ready to be wealthy? Are you ready to step into that abundance and expand your capacity to receive more abundance? Are you ready? Are you ready? God card says it. Ooh, you're called. Look at this. Right behind the Hierophant is the Judgment card. These are major arcanas. You have a major call on your life and you're feeling it. You're feeling inspired. You may be feeling inspired to go in different directions because you may be anointed for some extreme success. And you may be somebody who every single thing that you touch turns to gold, or you may have that vision of I want to do all these things, and you may literally see yourself touching everything you touch turns to gold. But it feels like they're saying to focus down on one thing because you're literally being called. You're being called, but it's also you're being called to level up. And so I feel like your confidence in asking if the world is ready for you is truly like almost like shine that light on the inside of you and ask, are you ready? Are you ready for what you are called to do? Are you ready for what the universe has for you? Are you ready to go out and build an empire and be a household name? Because things are about to shift for you in a really big way, but it might require for you to focus down on something specific that really lights up your heart. 9 of Cups, fulfillment, and knowing too that you are also called to be happy. Do what makes you happy, and maybe you're going to show the world how to do what makes them happy. You're called. So whatever it is that you are being called to do, zero in on it, follow what lights you up, and then watch what happens. I think you've been waiting for a while. You've been in sort of a waiting game, maybe trying to figure out what it is that you're called to do. Well, your waiting season is coming to an end, my friend, and that's probably why you're asking this question. Okay, Trust the Timing Tarot. Your question is next. Let me get myself where I can see your question. Is the older woman you're connecting with going to help you through your situation? Is the older woman you are connecting with going to help you through your situation? What do you need to know about that? Let's pull out the pendulum and ask again. The older woman that he is connecting with, is she going to help him through his situation? Is the older woman he's connecting with going to help him through his situation? Give me a sec. Is the older woman that he is connecting with going to help him through his situation? It's saying yes. I'm feeling something else though too. Is the older woman you are connecting with going to help you through your situation? It's saying yes, but there's something else connected to this. What do you need to know about that? Four of Swords. Six of Swords. Ace of Swords. Holy wow. Oh. Wow. Okay. And the Page of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. You need to shift your thinking around money. You need to have a different perspective around money or value. It feels like money, like seeing yourself as high value, getting into that energy, that balance, reciprocity energy. I'm seeing the infinity sign, and being in that energy of abundance, where abundance, it flows from you, it flows to you, it flows from you, it flows to you. You need to shift your perspective around money or resources, perhaps, because you're asking if she will help you out of your situation, help you through your situation. So I feel like you might have been beaten down in the past and made to feel like you are, like your self-esteem might have been beaten down or chipped away at, your self-worth, your self-esteem, the way you value yourself, or the way you see the value that you bring to the world. And I feel like either you've been going through like a healing process, of shifting your perspective on your own value and resources and money, and getting into that energy of not needing to depend on anyone, but to know that you are so very powerful and you're made in the image and the likeness of your higher power, that you can create abundance. And you may be looking at this person for whatever resources, whether it's money or some other kind of resource. Your perspective may be that you are looking to them to help you, when you are being guided to kind of release that and trust that the way will be made. There's always more than enough, and abundance is literally your birthright. And the way will be made where there seems to be no way. We've got this breakthrough energy here. A lot of swords, there's a lot of communication here, but also a lot of thinking. And yes, we did get the Six of Swords that says you are moving out of a difficult situation. There is movement here. There is, someone helping you through your situation that you've been going through, and you're moving out of that, and you're coming into a much better place, right? But it's coming also with some sort of breakthrough. So perhaps yes, perhaps the answer is yes, because the pendulum did say yes too, and this would suggest a yes. You're going to hear from this person, and they are going to help you through. But I feel like too, they're saying, let's shift the focus on yourself, and let's change that perspective in the way you're thinking about the resources or money or value that you might think that you need to get out of this situation, and open yourself up to divine reward, to divine, as you know, this person is a generous benefactor. Yes, that could be your person that you're thinking about, but it feels like they're also encouraging you to open up to, the divine being that generous benefactor. And you might want to say this mantra that I give my clients, because it shifts your thinking, and I see a shift in perspective here. Also, there's a 2-year time frame on this, so this may be a 2-year thing that you've been going through. And if that's the case, maybe you're coming up on the end of it, because we do have breakthrough and movement here. This person also may be at a distance from you, right? And you may be telepathically thinking about her, but it feels like you're you're needing to shift a perspective within yourself. And maybe that, as you know, the cards look at the energy, and the energy that we send out is the energy that we get back. So if you're sending out the energy of I need your help, she might be running the other way. And so maybe that's why we're being guided to shift our perspective around however this help shows up for you, and know that the universe is truly the one who is making a way where there seems to be no way. The universe is truly the one that has the breakthrough. And, put your crown on and realize that you're an extension of the universe. You are made in the image and the likeness of your higher power. And therefore, you can create the way out without needing someone else to help you. That doesn't mean she is not going to help you. That means we shift our perspective and we get into alignment with the way is made. I get paid to exist. My existence pays for itself. I would say that on repeat. I get paid to exist. My existence pays for itself. And I also add large amounts of money come to me easily and effortlessly every day. And I would say that at least twice a day, once in the morning and once before you go to bed. Look at yourself in the mirror and say that, because you're receiving it from yourself. First thing in the morning, it's the first thing your ears hear, and right before bed, the last thing your ears hear. And so your subconscious goes to work to reprogram your brain to believe that you get paid to exist. You don't need anyone, right? So however this is showing up for you in regards to, her help, shifting your energy will send out that energy of abundance and put you in that reciprocity loop, where you are receiving from a generous benefactor, but it's also restoring balance to your energy the way that you were created to be in your energy. And then it brings in that help that you need, whether it's her or someone else. So it feels like a shift in perspective, and straighten your crown. Put that crown on. Remember how valuable you are. That's all the questions, you guys. Thank you for participating in this. Those of you who commented on that one video that I did last week that asked for your questions, this was really fun for me. I hope it was fun for you. I hope it was helpful. If you want a private reading, you got to taste a little bit of what I do in my private readings. That information is on my website in the description of every single video that I post. And I look forward to seeing you guys. Thank you for being here. And thank you for letting me know how these readings resonated for you in the comments below. I will tag you all. And you can comment there. You can send me an email, bringeroflight33@gmail.com. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next reading.